Welcome to the Prophecy Club. Our topic today is why I don't trust Elon Musk. Now, I'm not saying I don't like him. Abraham Lincoln said, any fool can criticize, condemn, or complain, and most fools do. Benjamin Franklin said that when you throw mud, whether you hit the mark or miss the mark, your hands still get dirty. So I'm not trying to criticize him. I'm a prophecy teacher, and I'm trying to warn you that I think that he fits into Bible prophecy, and that's the only reason I bring this up. The masses are almost always wrong. Now, here's what I'm talking about. I can recall specifically Leslie and I getting off of one of these trams, these terminal shuttles in St. Louis, and the crowd all turned left. And immediately, Leslie and I turned to the right. Now, we got to the same place they were going and probably exactly the same number of steps. But what I'm trying to say is, following along with the crowd is often not the right decision. So let me start with a disclaimer. I'm not trying to say anything about Elon Musk or his companies, and I cannot prove any of these concerns. They're just concerns. It may very well be that he proves out, one of these days, to be a fine person and a backward President Trump and a real help to rebuild America. And I hope so. I hope none of these bad things come. But I'm a prophecy teacher. I'm a watchman. When I see a sword come, when I see a problem, I have to warn you. And perhaps I'm judging him wrong. I hope so. Okay, so why don't I trust Elon Musk? First of all, if you look at his logo, SpaceX, is that a leaned over or a broken or a fallen cross? Does it look like it might be broken or fallen? Okay, let's go on. This is Chelsea Clinton. I pulled this off the internet. And you remember about a week ago, I showed you a lady talking about the fires in California. She also was wearing an upside down cross. And I know a lot of people say this sign to the left, the yellow one, is a peace symbol. I don't believe it is. I believe it is an upside down, broken cross. These people have to have some way to identify that they're not Christian, as we Christians have ways to identify that we are Christian. In addition, Elon Musk calls his son X. In addition, he also changed the name from Twitter to X. Okay, maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's everything. So I want to remind you that right now, Joseph Kitchen has site-wide free shipping, and some of these heavy items cost a lot of shipping, so that's a really big deal, really big discount, really good deal. Joseph's, with an S, kitchen.com. Also, global digital financial system in 2022 was the goal. But here's the way this thing works. You know, the elite wanted to bring in a world government in the year 2000. Well, they didn't cry, they didn't quit because they didn't make it 2000. Then they started working for 2001, 2002. They don't give up. But my point is they were fully expecting to have this in place by 2022. Let's go on. Now, I pulled this from a couple of years ago because I just thought it was important. This is from 2022. Ukraine is quietly unveiling a digital currency and a social credit system. You remember, this is where the Molochs and Baal worshippers started. This is where the Ashkenazis and Nazism started in this area. It says virtually all of the Great Reset's key hallmarks, including its own nationwide version of the infamous social credit model, paired with the universal basic income style helicopter money system. Okay, in other words, they plan to get everybody to join their global digital currency system, because if you want to eat, you got to join it. And if you do, and you give them, you look down here, digital identity, vacation passports, universal basic income, they give you a lot of money in your account, and they give you a monthly income if you join them. So there's carrot and stick. Nice big carrot and a pretty bad stick you don't get to buy or sell if you don't join it. Let's go on. This is 22 also. SpaceX prepares for launch of 52 Starlink communication satellites. Oh, that's wonderful. Or is it? 2,800 satellites into orbit to provide internet services to even the most remote parts of the world. Oh, yes. We want to have internet services to the most remote parts of the world. But is there a downside? Yes. Because if you don't have their thing, I'll show you, that is going to allow you to buy and sell about the size of a cell phone, then you can't buy or sell. So they have to have internet services around the world to make that work. Anyway, it goes on to say Starlink maritime satellite and internet services, yachts and oil rigs, $5,000 a month, 350 megabytes per second while at sea, boasting that users can. This is back in 22, okay? More. So Wikipedia, Starlink, I looked it up, is a satellite internet connection constellation operated by SpaceX, providing satellite internet across, if I can read, coverage to 36 countries, global coverage, 2,700 mass-produced small satellites in low Earth orbit. That way your satellite, your cell phone can pick it up and communicate with it. It goes on to say the cost is going to be around $10 billion. It says that in several articles. The federal communications system is approved 30,000 additional Starlink satellites to go up. Some 12,000 are already approved. In other words, they plan to have these up in the sky so that, here's why I think it'll work. I think that the new cell phone-like, I'll call it that, cell phone-like device, about the size of a cell phone, will not need a password to access anyone's internet. They will be able to just walk into anyone's house, and that automatically, if there is an internet connection, it automatically links to it, and if it doesn't link to it, then you walk outside, it automatically links to the SpaceX or Starlink satellites. I think it's interesting that it was called Skynet in the movie Terminator, and now it's called Starlink. That's very close. It'll automatically link. You can't stop it because that's how you buy and sell. Now, I cannot prove this, but I know that there was an article. I looked for it, couldn't find it. But the reports were saying that these 7 billion, we do not know that this is the one yet, but probably, 7 billion of these cell phone-like, not cell phones. The little young boy that saw it, 9-year-old boy, saw that you couldn't play games, you couldn't make cell phone, or you couldn't make phone calls on it. 7 billion of these already made, and you can't turn off the camera, the microphone, or the outside surface. As you touch it, it is always taking your fingerprints, always listening to your voice, and taking your facial recognition. 100% accurate. You can hand your cell phone to someone else, say, go ahead, try to access my accounts. Won't do it because it knows who's holding it, feels who's holding it, it hears the other voice, won't do it. That's how, so that no man might buy or sell, save he had the mark, the name of the beast, the number of his name. That's another reason. Call 800-200-GOLD if you have your money in paper. My opinion, can't give any advice here. My opinion is I think you're in a very risky, dangerous position. Also, if you want to get these little silver or gold cards to carry in your purse or your billfold, you can do that here, 844-71-1776. Especially if you have an IRA or 401k. And now also you can go to blocktrustira.com and you can transfer your cryptos or your cryptocurrency into an IRA. Anyway, call them and they'll explain it all to you. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Is Elon Musk's X payments the next big fintech disruptor? Now, this is recently, but watch what it says. Elon Musk is reigniting buzz around X payments. Did you hear the word payments? A feature poised to come on, not Twitter, but X. On November 26, Musk said that he is planning on, this is what it's going to say, an in-app payment system within X. And in response to the User speculation, he replied, true. That is what he's planning. Everything app is what he wants to make it, kind of like China's WeChat. Well, what China's WeChat? If you don't do as you're told, they take the money out of your account. And maybe you won't be able to leave your house. Maybe you won't be able to get on a bus, especially an airplane. And they control the people's lives with WeChat. So it's saying this is where they're going. That's another reason I don't trust Elon Musk. There's more. So anyway, it says this ambitious integration would enable users to not only send money, but also manage their, listen to this, entire financial lives from banking to securities trading within a single platform, a single cell phone-like thing. And it would eliminate the need for traditional bank accounts. In October 23, he reportedly told an employee that basically, he says, when I say payments, I actually mean someone's entire financial life. You won't need a bank account. That's big. X has also already secured money transmitter licenses in 38 states, including California. Launching a new payment system by late 2024. They're now saying they're going to get it by 25. Cryptocurrency integration within the X payments could also add another layer of versatility, making the platform attractive to both mainstream users and crypto enthusiasts. X payments could disrupt both industries. Musk's plan represents a direct challenge to traditional banking systems and existing digital wallets. I've got more reasons why I don't trust him. X Money payment system to launch in 2025. X. Hours before ringing in the new year, the CEO of X, formerly Twitter, announced a platform that will launch a payment system, X Money, in 2025. It will connect you in ways you never thought possible. Oh, yes, that's what we want. We want to be able to connect, right? So, what if this lady, I'm about to play it, what if she is telling the truth? What is she going to say? Now this was posted in 1978, and she says this has 123,000 views. That's substantial. And she says that the word El Elyon, it means the highest God, and it's actually a Hebrew name found in the Bible. So here's what she says. She says that I asked Imelda, and I said, is he the Antichrist? She didn't even blink. She said, no, but he will present the mark. Okay, if you own satellites, Starlink satellites, and if you own a cellular-sized device, 7 billion already made, that can go out to every person on the earth, does that make sense that this cell phone device connects with the Starlink? Let's go on. And when you see him do that, the Antichrist will take the stage. Okay, the boy's name then was El Elyon, but he changed it. Question, is he the Antichrist? No, but he will present the mark. And when you see him do that, the Antichrist will take the stage.
Anyway, the boy did something very dark. And then one day I asked someone in the circle, Imelda, Joaquin's mother, I asked Imelda, I said, is he the Antichrist? She didn't even blink. She said, no, but he will present the mark. And when you see him do that, the Antichrist will take the stage. The boy's name then was El Elyon, but it's changed over time.
Here's another article. Elon Musk just revealed new details about Starlink. This was back in 22 also, I believe. And he's putting up 12,000 high-speed internet satellites, and here's how it will work. Right now, 4G is the fastest download in 22 at about 1.4 gigabytes. Starlink, however, is going to be 20 gigabytes with very low latency. What's low latency? Latency means that you click to download a page, and sometimes I have counted to 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, 6 seconds before that page starts downloading. That's the latency. Then once it starts downloading, maybe it downloads real quick. So having a low latency is possibly more important than having a fast internet connection. SpaceX is launching 120 internet providing satellites each month. Calculate it up. That's not far before it's up and ready to go. It's going to be 10 times faster than 4G. They're putting up these 60 table size satellites in 9 minutes every 2 weeks. It says September 24, the constellation consists of over 7,000 mass produced small satellites in low Earth orbit. Nearly 12,000 satellites are planned to be deployed, with a possible later extension to 35,000. SpaceX announced reaching more than 1 million subscribers in December 22, 4 million by September 24. That's probably where he is now. Now, where did he get $10 billion? I suspect he didn't earn it. I suspect that it was given to him by the Moloch, the people that own and run the world. Here's another reason I don't trust him. Okay, so everybody knows that Trump's hat was red with white letters, "Make America Great Again." But when Elon Musk stood behind the microphone at Trump's invitation, he had a black hat on with gold letters. Why would he change that? Why would he change that? And then at one of the rallies, he did what a lot of people, if you go over to some of the other channels that are not Fox News, they showed this repeatedly, and I'm about to show you a little clip of him doing it. Now, I'm not totally convinced it's a Nazi salute. I'm not totally convinced this is saying he's a Nazi. Because he says, thank you for making it happen, meaning Trump, electing Trump, my heart goes out to you, and he slaps his heart, watch, and then he, as if he's throwing it up. So I know a lot of the other networks want to say it's a Nazi salute. I'll show you and let you make your decision. I want to believe the best about this guy. All right, here it is.
And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you. My heart goes out to you.
Also want to say something else. I would like to be able to tell you all of the details of this, but for several reasons, security reasons is one of them I can't. So I just want to tell you the story. And I won't tell you the date even. Several years back, our largest supporter that had made several large donations to us, all of a sudden, he was visited by an authority. I won't tell you which one. And they began asking questions of him. How does this work? How does that work? How does your business work? How do other businesses like you work? And he thought that they were coming to him because he was a good guy. And they wanted to find out about some of the bad guys. This is what they told him. And so he answered all the questions, and he just was so excited to be able to help this 3-letter agency. And then one day, he said it was a Friday afternoon. He thought everything was fine. And he said he was out of the office, and this 3-letter agency walked in with a bunch of people and threw his employees against the wall, confiscated his computers, his printers, his file cabinets, everything. They cleaned him out. And they also emptied all of his bank accounts, his business bank accounts, his personal bank accounts, his child's bank accounts, his child's savings accounts, their piggy banks, everything. They cleaned it all out. Then, Monday morning, he was arrested, and they put him through the ringer, asked him all kinds of questions. What are you doing? Da, da, da. And they accused him of all sorts of things that he didn't do. And so, as a matter of fact, I heard he actually spent a couple of years in prison. And it's kind of like a lawfare, kind of like with Trump. We find the man, and then we find something he did wrong. Well, in his case, he didn't do anything wrong. His attorney was supposed to have filed some papers. He even showed that he had paid the attorney to do this, but the attorney never got around to filing the papers. In other words, they found a man they wanted to shut down. Why? Because he was in competition with Elon Musk. That's my personal opinion. I can't prove that. I believe they shut him down. They went to the man looking for something to shut him down with so that he wouldn't be in competition with Elon Musk. And I can't tell you all of the details. All I can say is that's what I suspect from everything I know. I suspect that Elon Musk did not put together his payment system that started him off on his big financial journey. I think it was handed to him. Nor do I think his SpaceX or X, either one, was put together by his genius or by his hands. I think that also was handed to him because he is perhaps, I don't know for sure, perhaps very high, and they planned some big bad things for him. I also suspect that he bought his way into Trump's heart by donating some $45 million a month to his campaign. And this is just, by the way, just for entertainment purposes. I'm not intending to attack Elon nor any of his companies. I'm a prophecy teacher, and what I'm trying to say is I see a problem, something to watch out for. I hope Elon turns out to be a good guy. I hope he helps Trump. I hope he helps America in a lot of good ways, but I'm suspicious. Let me go on, a couple of more things. Musk says X name change was a result of his push to build an everything app. Okay, that makes sense. Twitter doesn't fit with an everything app. He said he acquired Twitter both to ensure freedom of speech and to accelerate for X, the everything app. Okay, so what's he really doing? He's trying to make one app the global app so that no one can buy or sell. He also goes on to expand the platform in financial services and comprehensive communications to conduct your entire financial world when? In the coming months. He wants to have it centered in audio, video messaging, payments, banking, all be powered by AI. And then we have three guys pop up, buddy with Donald Trump, offered $200 billion to build an AI facility in Abilene, Texas. Abilene, Texas is about to explode with growth. I hope it's good, but I'm suspicious. Now remember, over the past year to 18 months, we've seen banks closing. We've seen food shortages caused by things like chickens getting killed, egg farms getting burned, meats getting recalled, E. coli being found in our food, and that's more recalls. So all I'm saying is, my brothers and sisters, just because it's glitter does not mean it's gold. And the crowd is almost always wrong. And right now, when Trump has Elon Musk come up and stand behind his pulpit, speak behind his microphone, they think he's great. And I hope he's great. But as a watchman, I'm telling you, be cautious. Be careful. Not everything is peaches and cream. Not everything turns out good. And this guy could turn out to be a real heart attack. I think we're close. I don't know when the tribulation starts or if it started, but I think we're close. That's the reason I'd recommend you get yourself prepared. Speaking of that, as I said Friday night at the Bible study, I don't know what it is. Since about a month before the election, our donations have just really dropped. And also I said this Sunday, I've been informed by the right people in our congregation that our church computer needs replacing. It happens especially when Leslie is trying to play her videos. I mean, without the computer that works, we would not be able to stream live all of our Sunday sermons. So we need a new computer for the church, and I'm told by the computer experts we can't do with the slow one. We've got to have a pretty fast one, and that we need a budget of about $2,000. So if God has blessed you and you can help us right now, we really need it. We'd really appreciate it. And hopefully together we can get through this dry spell. Probably there'll be another dry spell shortly after that one, until one day God raises us up. Yeah, I want to remind you that Joseph's Kitchen still has site-wide free shipping. I don't think they've ever done this, but this is a really big discount on everything. Right now, everything there, you can get free shipping on it. And since a lot of the things that they ship, the wheat and all that sort of stuff, are really heavy. I mean, a lot of times they come on pallets. So to get free shipping, that's a big deal. Joseph's, with an S, kitchen.com. Also, if you watched the program yesterday, I interviewed Jonathan Rose, and he's with Genesis Gold Group or prophecyclubgold.com. Get a hold of him, 800-200-GOLD. Also, if you want some prepper bars, there's the phone number. And if you want to, now for the first time, if you have crypto and you want to put that into an IRA for the first time, they've just set it up, you can call these guys, or actually you go to the website, blocktruστira.com. blocktruστira.com, and it'll tell you all about it. If you don't even understand crypto, he says that place will help you to understand it. We've got a new sponsor. It's sat123.com. sat123.com. I'm amazed at what this company offers. They got satellite phones. They've got Wi-Fi hotspots where you can even have internet any place. So suitcase nukes go off in your city. If you don't have to worry about that, you still have electricity. It can go right up and connect to a satellite. They also have marine satellite internet. They also have satellite radios so that you can talk back and forth, even though, in other words, it's not a phone, it's a radio, but it's satellite. So go check it out, satellite123.com. And if you use the promo code PROPHECY, there are several different kinds of discounts in there. I'd recommend you get Potassium Iodide at prophecyclub.com. When a nuclear device is detonated, the wind blows the dust, and it's like fine dust, it's like powder. And it settles on everything. You breathe, eat, or absorb radioactive iodine, you pretty much can't avoid it, which kills your thyroid, killing you. But a simple fix is to simply take potassium iodide pills, which then floods your thyroid with good iodine, keeping the radioactive iodine out. You need 1 bottle per person per exposure for everyone from infant to adult, available. 10 bottles for a gift of $150, which is what I recommend, or $20 a bottle at prophecyclub.com. Shelf life 5 to 8 years, potentially more if you refrigerate it, or even more if you freeze it. Potassium iodide pills, prophecyclub.com. Right now we have them in stock, but so many people are ordering them, you may have to wait a while to get them.